But the reason I asked to speak to you was there was some news the other day that the Spanish government, or at least one of the parties in the Spanish government, is trying to ban the golden visa to Spain, at least from a property perspective. Should we be worried?
Should we be worried?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you let's have a look at the let's say the cold facts. One would maybe assume that there has been a massive amount of applications for this visa regime during the now 10 years. And as a matter of fact, it hasn't actually been. The numbers are surprisingly low. One of the main applicants have been the Chinese citizens. They mainly are interested in buying properties in Madrid or in Catalonia for work purposes. And actually the numbers for 2022 were almost record low. So there aren't that many actually applicants for these golden visas. So I don't think it will have a huge impact, or even an impact that will be clearly noted on the market.
And on the stats for last year, you said that it was a record low. Am I remember correctly? The figure for last year was like less than 140 granted in the whole of Spain.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's not about right. Yeah,
136. I think sometimes it's quite difficult to draw conclusions from legislations like this, and it's a number, of factors that's going to affect who are buying and if they actually want to buy under this certain regime or not. And let's also be clear, I mean, the golden visa in Spain requires that you buy a property for 500,000 or more. And at least in certain parts of Costa del Sol, that's not the average price for a property either.
So last year there was a big upturn in interest from U.S. buyers because of the strong dollar, at least across Spain. But we definitely heard about it a lot on the ground here in the Costa del Sol. That would also suggest that the Americans didn't have a huge take up on the golden visa last year either. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think maybe we should shift focus because I think there's an automatic, let's say, assumption that non-EU citizens, if they're going to buy a property in Spain, they will always do it through this golden visa regime. And those numbers are not available maybe in this discussion today, but clearly that's not a fact. So you can still purchase a property. I can purchase a property in the US as well, or in other countries, but I don't go through the certain visa regime to become resident or be able to stay permanently in that country. So the conclusions are maybe not that easy to draw sometimes.
If they do end up removing it, then at least as far as the figures suggest, that in itself isn't something that agents should be particularly worried about. Would that be right?
Not from the numbers, at least. I'm guessing that maybe there are some agents that are working with nationalities outside EU. Could be the Middle East, could be from Eastern Europe, from America, etc. And sometimes, of course, and even us, we are in touch with clients that are interested in buying, but it's not the golden visa regime that stops them from buying. Actually, many times it's the banks, because all buyers need to go through the anti-money laundering procedures, and for certain countries it's much more difficult. So the golden visa is not even an option because they can't transfer the money. So in the end, they don't end up as buyers, but they are interested.
In contrast to Spain, the Portuguese golden visa has been or was successful, and are also trying to remove it. Does that give us any indication as to what might happen?
Spain doesn't have to follow exactly the same procedure as they have in Portugal, but when it comes to legislation, usually a certain process, is in place. So in Portugal right now, the question is up, or the legislation process is up for discussion on the 19th of May to let's say finalize the new law that will come into place in Portugal, where they will actually cancel the golden visa regime altogether. But a few facts might be interesting maybe for the local market here, and that's as it looks like from the proposal in Portugal, it will not act retroactively. So if you have a golden visa already confirmed in Portugal, you can still stay under the old law. And also renewals, if you have one, will be obtained through the old regime as well. It might be maybe there will be some kind of final call, reaction in Spain if they go further with this legislation that certain individuals will act very quickly to find something if they follow the same process as in Portugal.
Okay, so for the benefit of agents, the government there's a proposal in the government to get rid of it. They haven't confirmed they're going to get rid of it. But if you're dealing with any buyers who are interested in the golden visa, now would be a good time to get that thing processed, right?
To get that, maybe at least get those discussions going, yeah.
Okay. Well, Peter, thank you very much. Hopefully you'll let us know when we hear more about this. And thanks for joining me today.
All right then. Good. Thanks.